Hey folks, Rob here. We're going to carry on with part 9, and this is going to be the Russian turn 5 of possible at least 12 turns. This is when I start rolling for game end. Again, per SASL rules, we have variable game end. So turn 5, I've started making my way. I've got most of the upper buildings here. Again, per victory conditions, I need to own 12 of the 22 building rubble hexes along this road heading down towards the southern part of the map. So I think I do have most of them, and of course I'm still contesting the school. This is a bit of a schmozzle here for the Germans. It's very tough to get into. I had to get through all that open ground. A couple of OPAs didn't really help me. And of course all these reinforcements showing up is not helping either. So let's get right into the Russian turn with good old wind change. So they got an 8. REs again are 4-5 for friendly and 5-6 for the Russians. So no RE. Let's get their 2 rallies, or 4 rallies, excuse me, out of the way. Yeah, 6 is just not going to fly. That cruise, let's try that one. We need to get that back front back. This really helped pin down that open area. I think I've talked about that enough, but it's so deadly for everybody coming through that way. Just going to do my self rallies as I go up the board. I'm still looking for some squad counters to try and rally. All right, we'll do this 7 here. That's 1. This be 2. Okay. That 8 for sure is 3. Come on, man. Leader there. Well, I don't have much choice. Let's try this leader here. Okay, well. And then I'm going to try this guy here. He needs a 3. So it's either snake eyes or a fails, apparently. So I'm going to keep my DM. Actually, I never moved you guys last time, so let me put you guys into this trench, which is where you would have ran to last time. I forgot to move them in the route phase. So you guys rallied, so let's get this leader. And then we need a trenches rally terrain, so that's going to be a modified 9. 10 down 4 is a 6. And a 4. Oh, come on, man. Right here. They'd both be DM because of the guy Jason, so the crew is not coming back. They're dead. Alright, going back and doing normal rallies now. Too bad this building's not Fnatic. Would have been really nice. Alright, nothing for the Russians except what already turned, and then or flipped. Now we can do the Germans. 7-0. So this guy needs a 4. 4 and a 4. Let's repair our guns. Top down. 1, 2. All right. And I think that's it for down here. Let's go look at the middle area. This guy panicked last turn. I really have to get him away from the flames. Let's see what happens with our vehicle. Wait, that would have flipped over. Never mind. So that roll doesn't mean anything. This guy doesn't make it. And here we have a 7 up 1. So this is going to be a 7, a 6, and a 7. The broken weapon. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Finally. It's been like two or three turns since that thing broke. This guy needs an 8 and a 9. Alright. That poor half squad has been broken since pretty well the first turn when I moved him down the flank. Alright, that's it for the broken. Let's do the Russian prep fire. Do they get an artillery strike? 21 says no. Alright, what can we shoot? We do have a mortar not ranged in, and I don't really have a target anymore for the mortar. I think I'm going to move this guy. Let's see if he doesn't panic. He does not, so let's just move him back. Discretion and all that. You guys here are going to fire your... Well, let's pick up that. Let's fire 12 up 1 into that adjacent hex. Okay. Gonna be that kind of a day. This guy should have activated. And that will not be enough. Alright, you guys are doing the same. I think I gotta focus on these guys because they're gonna cut me off when I die, so let's do an 8 flat. That's a 1 check, so 447 and the 467. ELR is fine. Oh wait, that was a that was a 1 check, so yeah, you're ELR. And Russian sniper. We have a 2 right off the bat. Alright, where does it land? 1 for 3. 1, 2, 3. Stay away from my frickin' 10-2. Looks like I'm heading to you. And we're going to randomize. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to take out the 8-2 wound die roll. And he's dead. Alright, -1 morale check for the 467, 467, and the 467. So this guy's Eolard. And this guy breaks, oh, sorry, Eolard, not heat of battle. And those guys break. Well, that was unfortunate. What else would activate? I think that's it for up here. So you guys prepped. That's fine. This guy here, let's move him up the food chain. And that's a first line panic, not this guy here. We have a -1 leader. 4 firepower and a -1 leader. Well, I could fire a 4 up 1 there. Actually, no, that would be 4 flat. 9. And that would be, if I fired on the 8, it would be 8 up 2. Or an 8 up 1. Sorry, that would have been an 8 up 1. Yeah, 4 up 1. You don't panic, you're not second line. And that is a move command. Problem is, you only have a stunned. Oh, this would have been flipped over as well. You're under recall, so I'm not going to bother attacking you. There's a martyr here, which is a +2. This guy here. Let's go back to him. That would be a +4, so still not going to attack. This guy would be at a +3 to attack the martyr crew. Let's do that. So that'll be a 4 up 3. 7 on the 4 is a pinning, so you're fine. Sniper. German sniper is still sleeping. You're fine there, fine there. This would have come off. That would have come off. Alright, you got to do something, dude. A lot of panic. Now that's a move command, but again, he's not going to move because he's in the VPO. So let's do an 8 up 2 up top. And that's going to be a 6 on the 6, which is a 1 check. 9-1. 4-6-8 is Eolard. No, not Eolard, just half squad. And the last guy is fine. Alright, you guys are dead. 4-4-7 is going to do 8 up 2 into that building there. That's going to be a 1 check. That's going to be a break. Now the gun is going to fire the same thing. No, I'm not going to fire the gun. We're just going to keep our fire. No point really doing that. You guys still have acquisitions, so let's fire. Yeah, let's fire on that. So to hit, that will be +1, 2, no, +1 for the orchard. So it's going to hit on the 4 table. We have a 6, which is an NMC. So the 9-1. Pinned, 548. Pinned, 467. Fine. Next shot. Last shot, and that's going to be a miss. So this guy would have activated as a 7, which is unfortunately nothing. All right, moving down the food chain, we got another gun here. You're going to fire at those guys. Not panicking. So let's do a +1. It's going to be a 7 or less to hit. And you, my friend, missed. Now you had to wait to fix your gun, so in the interim you could fire a 1-up-2 here. But I don't think that would be very effective, but let's try anyways. This guy can do the same thing, a 2-up-2. Oh wait, that was a panic, never mind. And you here. That's going to be a 16-up-1. 9 on the 16 is a 1 check. And he breaks. That's a hold command, so they're just going to wait. And this guy here is going to fire at this guy here. So 4-up-1, no effect. You, probably going to move you if I don't shoot you. Yeah, let's move. We're not going to stay in the open. And this guy here should have flipped over as well. You're going to start rallying your Russian friends. Broken guy. This would come off because you are emplaced, so I don't need to be DM'd anymore. And then this guy here. Be on the 12 table. This guy would activate as well. Coming in as a squad, and I think that's a support weapon. Yeah. Alright, squad and a, what's a 10? ATR. So we're going to have a 4.58 with an ATR. So that's going to be a total of 16 flat. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that might be a pinning. 12 on the 16's a miss. That's bad. You're supposed to hit. This guy here is panicking, which again is not great. This is a bad time to be rolling double sixes back to back. Again, look at the dice. You here. You are advanced attitude, so you have slightly different tables, but that's a fire command still. Let's do an 8 up 1. That's going to be a 1 check hero. And the 4, 6, 8 are both fine. I do have rate. Let's do 4 up 1. 5 on the 2 is an NMC. Hero's fine, and the squatty is fine as well. Not for much longer when I drop that FFE on you. So this guy here are all advanced. Now that is a panic. So this guy here, the first line, is panicked. The other guys are not. And again, that's a fire command. Now you don't have any target. You're in a victory condition house, so I don't think I'm going to move you. Yeah, you're going to stay where you are. Just hunker down. What do we got here? So let's do a 6 up 1 there. And that's going to be nothing. Alright, the leader's going to move. And the half squad's going to move as well. We'll put them into the schoolhouse. And the 2, 4, 5, 8s are going to fire on that pesky 4, 6, 8, which just won't die. 8 up 1. 5 on the 6. Excuse me. 5 on the 6 is going to be a 1 check, so we have the hero and the squad. They're fine. And then you guys here, we have a 10-2. We have a hero, and we have a berserk guy. So, barring panic. Well, you're fanatic, so nobody panics. That's great. The berserk guy is going to move. So let's put him up top here before I forget. Actually, he's going to be the next guy that does anything anyway, so that's fine. We'll put that on him. And the 4, 5, 8 hero are going to fire at... Oh, I never did this combat here. We got to do this quickly. All right, so ambush for the German and the Russian. German's got ambush. We're going to use hand-to-hand. We are at 13-2. Okay. 6-1 odds. I need basically a 12, anything but a 12. And that's dead. I'll keep it there for now. All right, so that's gone. Yeah, so we're going to fire, it's going to be on the 8s table, flat into this location. 7 on the 8 is going to be a 1 check. And our 5, 4, 8 is broken. 4, 4, 7 broken. 4, 6, 7 is broken. So they're all broke. All right. Which is ridiculous. 9, 9, and a 7. Well, rip. All right, and then you... Again, you guys are mostly advanced attitude. Well, you are advanced attitude. That is a fire command, but you have nobody to shoot. You're not in a victory condition hex, so I'm going to move you to where would I move you to? I can't put more units here right now because it's just overwhelming. I don't want to leave you in place. I could fire at these guys. That would be on the 6 table flat. So I guess I may as well do that. Let's do a 6 flash shot. No effect. And this guy is going to do an 8 up 2. No effect. Alright, let's go to move. And our berserk guy is going to enter the broken hex. Alright, who can make a command die roll 9-1? And this guy has to kill this guy. We're going to do 8 up to 6 on the 8's a 1 check for the Fanatic 248. He's fine. That's a first fire. I could do a 2 up 2. Yeah, Hail Mary. If I do a snapshot, I could hit them in the open. I could hit them in the open because the right down the hex spine with these guys here, that would be 8, 12, 17 had to be on the 8 table with a -1 right down the hex spine. Or I could hit them with a 16 up 1 in this hex. Let's do a 16 up 1 in the hex. Oof, okay, well. 4 on the 16's gotta be good. K3. Alright, so we killed him. We killed the berserk guy before he could damage our wounded guys. So this guy's gone. 2, so this LMG is still here. Added to the pile. And we had rate on our heavy, or medium. Alright, other moves that we have, we want to move this guy here. So you're going to assault move into there. You guys are going to go 2, 3, just a second now. Do we have cellars? We have a trench adjacent to a building. I think I can go right into the cellar of the building. I think cellars are in play, aren't they? Yeah, connect all adjacent building gully locations. Yeah, alright, so they're going to go 2 into the trench and then 2 into the building. Alright, so that's fine. This guy here is fine. And I think that's it for down here. These guys fired. You're going to slide 1 hex over to rally units. One, 2, 3, 4. No, we want to get up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's come to here. This guy's going to try and intercept you with a 4 flat shot. 4 on the 4 is a 1 check. And you break. We're going to come into this trench here. You're just going to hunker down for now. And up here, you guys fired. The crew did not. You're fine there. And here, this guy was going to move. Do I bring my mortar with me? This would be 1.5, 3 into the trench. I'm going to get waxed if I do that, though. I could assault move and get a +1, and then advance onto the trench, not in it. Let's just assault move here. We'll have to bring this with us, and I can do that later on. Alright, so now we're going to be in the defensive fire phase. I do have OBA that I want to convert into an FFE in place right here. Or do I want to adjust it? I could adjust it right here to this location, or even better, maybe here. Yeah, I should be able to see Y68. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to adjust it to here. Are we accurate? We need a 1. We are not. It can only be off 1 hex. So it's going to land 1, 2 right here. Well, level 2 building. So we are at... how far away is that? .22 hex range, so it's going to be 5 blind hexes. We're converting as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blind hexes, so that's a blind hex. And I can't see it, so I can't convert it. Shit. Oh well. Alright, so I can't convert it because I can't see the base hex, and I cannot see anything within range. I could do a second chit draw because this guy would be unknown, but I don't want to do that because I'm already looking at a lot of red chits. I believe I'm down to 7 black and, no, 6 black and 3 red in this pile of cards here. So it's a 50, well, not quite, 30% chance I'm going to get a red card, and I don't want to draw a red card now. I'll just adjust the next turn, that's fine. While we're down here, we'll do our defending fire from here. You guys are going to adjust fire. The elephant's going to fire on W70. Nope. Not in command anyways, so that's gone. This guy here is going to fire on W70. That's not a hit. The 9-1 is going to fire on here. And that will get us, what do we have? Oh, we got a hero. Hero with an LMG, so it's going to be on the 8 table with a -2. 5 on the 8's a 2 check. So we have our leader, Elard, 628 is broken, and the 458 is fine. All right, this Brumbar here is going to fire through. No, it doesn't even have acquisition yet. That's right, because it bogged last turn. All right, so we're going to fire into this location with a big 150 shell. We get that. So that's going to be buttoned up, fortified locations +5. 2x range is a +4. Would be a 4 less to hit. That's going to miss. Now I still have rate, so I could do a 4 up 3 shot. And then you guys are going to be firing out of the smoke. It's going to be on the 20 table +3 out of the smoke, 4. So it's going to be 20 up 7. And that'll be no joy. You are going to fire at this house. Alright, so that's going to be +3, 5 or less to hit. That's a hit, only shot. And on the 16 table, we have that. So it's probably a 3 check. So our leader is broken. 4628 is fine. 447 is broken. 458 is broken. And sniper. No sniper. You guys are fanatics, so you have to roll action. So that's going to be on the 4 table. Here, that'd be on the 8 table, flat. 1 check, or NMC. And you're finally broke. Alright, what's left of my fire base here is this guy. So the 10-2 command die roll. And let's fire the 4 up 2. And then you guys are going to fire your 12 flat there. 7 on 12 should be a 1. 1 check, yeah. And you're pinned. DM'd. That's right, you're broken already. No rate. Now I do still have my mortar shot here. No, I don't actually. That's gone because my crew ran away. Which I forgot to try and rally. You're going to try a shot onto here. So command die roll. That's a panic. And then you command die roll. We're going to do a 4, 8, 8 up 2, NMC, and you're fine. You're going to fire onto this location. That's not going to hit. but you do acquire. And you guys need to roll 1, 2. Bottom dude's panicked. And let's fire this guy as well. Nope. So we're going to do a 4 up 2. No joy. Alright, Firebase, can we please kill this guy over here? Command die roll. The 9-2 will eliminate the wood, so it's going to be on the 20 table, no, 16 table flat. 8 on the 16 is a 1, and the hero. And the 4-5-8 is broken. No rate. Actually, no, we do have rates. Let's do a 12 flat. That's going to be a 2 check, I think. Yep, 2 check on the hero. Hero is finally wounded. And the broken squad is a half squad. And we have rate once more. 9 on the 12 is going to be an NMC. And they're fine. Now that was good shooting. Took a while, but they finally got there. Over here, we have another fire base. And I want to fire at, I think, that AT gun. I want to fire at this here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to have 11 hat will be on the 5. So it's going to be on the 8 table flat. It's going to be a 2 check. And they make it. Then we'll do on the 4 table flat. 1 check. And pinned. Sniper. No sniper, and that's it. Alright, 8-0 command die roll, 7-0 command die roll. Okay, well, you guys are up to bat, 4, 6, 7. We're going to fire here with, no, actually we're going to fire on this crew, plural. Let's do an 8 up 2. 5 on the 8's a 1 check, and the 2-2-8, 2 check, excuse me, 2-2-8. And the 2-2-8. So they're both fine. German sniper is a 6. And I had rates. Let's do a 4 up 2. No effect. And you are going to fire 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Let's do a 4 up 2. All right, you guys. 1, 2. We're going to do a 4 up 2 to the in place gun, no effect. And then my leader here, command die roll. So he's in command, but he's pinned, so he can't direct. But we can still fire the 5-4-8 half. It'll be 2, 6, so it's going to be on the 12 table with a +3. It's going to be an NMC, and we cannot break that frickin' gun crew. Rate on the heavy, so 6 up 3, no effect. 6 up 3, no effect. And that guy's going to fire 8 up 2, NMC, and this gun breaks. crew break, excuse me, which is good. Gets rid of that acquisition. And now I can put the finishing touch on it with this guy here. I was supposed to transfer this in the previous rally phase. So it's going to be 9 and 10, 12 table. If I fire the half squad, it would be on the 16. 16 up 1. 8 on the 16 is a 1 check, and the crew is vaporized. That gun has been a pain in my ass for most of the game. And you are not going to have to shoot anything now. Nothing for those guys. You are going to fire south on the 16 table, up 1. 6 on the 16 should be a 2. And they're fine. Rate sniper. Again on the 8 table. No effect. And you're going to fire 6 up 1. No effect. Here. What do I fire at? I think I'm going to fire at this 447 here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Will be a +1, +3, down 2. So it'll be an up 1 on the 20 table. 10 on the 20 should be a 1 check. And they finally break. Right on the heavy, which I'm not going to bother with. Or do I? I could spray fire these 2 guys here. That would keep them DM'd, which I'm going to do. Alright, so we're going to spray fire 2 firepower flat on these 2 locations. That's enough to DM them both. Not that it really matters. They can rally next turn anyways. I probably should have done this guy here. And then this fire base is going to do what? I can't hit this AT gun because it's behind a building in a blind hex. Is there anything down the hex screen I can shoot? Right down there. I could hit these guys. It's right down the hex screen. But that strikes me as a waste. Do I hit these guys in the trench? That's probably going to be my best bet. Yeah, let's hit the trench here. Alright, so what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Squads will be halved, LMG will be halved, so that's going to be a 5 and 7, 12 table, flat. It's going to be a 1 check. So, this is going to be a down 2. Will be a 2 check. Leader is fine, so this guy here will get a 1 check. That's fine, and this guy here will get a it needs an 8. Pinned, fine, and gone. And that will not activate that guy. It would be on the 6 table. 7 on the 6 would be an NMC. So that would actually activate that guy. To activate it as a 4. Now we might have to revisit that shot because squad, support weapon, leader. Okay, so I'm not going to be overstacked. Squad, support weapon, and a leader. 447. 8's going to be an LMG. And an 8 is going to give us an 8-0. 447 with an LMG. And another leader in that hex. Now you guys haven't fired yet, so I'm going to move you guys above the prep fire, and that way you guys can still advancing fire phase if you wanted to. But you're going to have to take a NMC first. So leader, 447. 447 is actually going to break, so no shooting for you. And all that to say, I maintained rate on the heavies. So let's do a... Actually, and the LMG. I rolled a 1, so let's do an 8 flat on that shot, on that hex. 8 on the 8's and NMC again. Alright, so the 8-1 is fine sniper. The 8-0 is fine. The broken 447 is fine because of the A1, and the 458 is broken. And then the broken leader is gone. Actually, that would be casualty reduction, wouldn't it? What do we have here exactly? We have 2.5 squad equivalents. Okay. Right, so I was not overstacked, which is good. No rate of fire, and we said we had a sniper, didn't we? Axis sniper. We have a 1. All right, 4 for 3. Well, that's convenient. We have a leader, squad. So you're dead. And we have a -1 morale check on the 628 and the 458 pinned. All right, almost done the defensive fire. What else can we shoot? Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. These guys here, let's get the A1 command die roll. Failed. 3 of them, top down. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do an 8 up, 3 into this location. Pinning task check. He's fine. I'm not going to bother with you. These guys here, do I have a leader? I don't. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so only the top guy is going to be able to fire. Let's fire onto these guys with, actually here, 8 flat. No effect. This tank. Just going to fire on to this guy. -1 buttoned up, or -2 buttoned up. Leave out the -1, so 9 or less to hit. Okay. You. No effect. You're panicked. And this guy here. He is panicking as well. Okay, the medium squad and the 467 squad. So the medium squad is going to fire on the 8's table up 2. 4 on the 6 is a 1 check, and the 426 actually might be a 2 check. 2 check. Either way, it doesn't matter. The guy made it. And I'm going to do this guy here. He's in command because he's acquired, and let's roll to hit. And we've acquired twice. Actually, this would be a +1. Cancels out the acquisition, but I'm buttoned up, so I would have missed. Unfortunately, that's going to be it. I don't want to fire on concealed right now because I'm not in a position to exploit that activation yet. So that's it for that, and then we're going to do the advancing fire. So let's spread some flame. Alright, BB40 attached lumberyard. AA41, no. Debris doesn't catch fire. What about this flame here? That would be no. Alright, so you guys have to leave. Now let's go advancing fire. Down here we had a 248, so it's going to be a 2 up 3. You guys just moved infantry. Nothing here moved. You broke, and I think nothing else is going to be in a position to shoot. Yeah, so let's just go right to road phase. Alright, prep's off. What's broken on the Russian side? So, you guys gonna low crawl back. You're finding your trenches. You guys are gonna have to come this way. This would be 6. This would be 6. Now, that's a crew, squad. No, you're going to be overstacked, so you're going to have to come this way. I think the Russians are pretty well done except for their reinforcements. Now that I'm in the buildings, it's going to be very difficult for them to come back and try and take them from me. Especially with my machine guns on Overwatch on the upper levels. You're going to stay where you are. You're going to have to retreat. Let's get out of the line of fire. Where? Here to here? Here, I'd have to low crawl. No, I can come here and then here. You'll come into there. You'll have to low crawl. You don't have to move because everybody here is broken. You guys are going to move back to here. All right, and then we do the Germans. So you guys have to move. I could run you upstairs to the upper rubbled floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just run you out back to here. You're not open ground, but this is going to be gone next turn, so I think I'm just going to run you guys back. This is a heavy, so you have to leave that behind. That's a heavy too. Jesus. And I got no hero there, or leader there. Alright, so we're going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to leave a pile of heavies on the ground. Wait for some lucky bastard to come pick them up. You're going to be overborn, so you're going to come here, but then you're going to have to come here. So that would be 3 to enter there, 4, 5. You'd have to stop there. I guess that's fine. You have to leave as well, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for now. And you guys have to move, so let's just move you south. Although I could run back to my collection point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll just do that. And here, you guys could stay in location. You guys have to move. Let's go back to the leader. And I think that is it. Yeah, that's it for the route. And now we can do advance phase. Russian advance phase. Let's come into the trench, or on top of it. Take that with you. Do we want to do one-to-one combat, or do I want to jump onto that? Nope, not a hope in hell. These guys are going to retreat. We're going to jump onto this. I have way too many leaders here. The 8-1 is going to slide. Okay, well, first of all, you're in the trench. Let's get you down below with your DM. And the 8-0 is going to move here. This guy is going to move here. We don't care about victory points, so I don't need to worry about that. So you're going to come this way. No, you need a pass, you do that. Let's come this way. You're going to jump into the building. All right. That'll take a little bit of playing. So you're back to that. This guy is going to do what? So I think we're just going to do a rotation. Let's come here with a view to taking back the rubble there. We want to deny them territory, so that's fine. You guys are here. Again, this would be nice to get, but I'm broken, so I can't. You're really not doing too much in the trench, except for controlling that area, so I guess you are. And my trench line is doing just fine where it is. And here, 4 to 7 is not good odds. So we're going to come back into the shell hole for now. That's it for advance. And let's do close combat. First of all, let's come here with the hero. And I'm going to pick up weapons before I do anything. So we're going to get the LMG with the half squad. We're going to get ATR with the leader, hero. Alright, so we pretty well control that. Close combat. So we think we only had a couple up top. Or one, maybe. Yeah, this one here. No ambush, so it's going to be 1-to-1. 5s all around. Russian, German. And that is the Russian turn 5. Alright, so let's zoom out, see what we're looking at here. It looks like we have a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for now. 11 of 22 buildings. And we don't have the school yet. And it's turn 5 going to turn 6, so not too bad. Took an hour to do the Russian turn. We're going to make progress halfway through the first half of the game. And not doing too bad. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this as we follow along with the Onslaught resumes. And yeah, it's a blast. But again, like I said, once I'm in these buildings here, with my fire bases here, here, and up here, I'm going to come back and move up into the first level. I'm going to be able to control access to these buildings, which means these guys here in the trenches, starting next turn, they're going to go on the offensive. It's going to be very difficult for them to come back and take these. If I can get units into these locations, which I have to start doing in turn 6, so I got to stop wasting time with this and start moving them into those buildings. Like I said, it's going to be hard for the Russians to come back, but we'll see how that goes. Turn 6, these guys here go on the offensive, and then every Russian unit becomes advanced attitude. So we shall see, and that's going to be the next part, part 10, coming up soon. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.